Scout mum Shell, Auntie Shirley Smith, who raised over 60 plus babies and made sure that they had a roof over their heads and knew that they were loved. In 2025, what we have seen is the uprising of blackfellas right across this continent, but more so here in New South Wales, because we weren't the real blackfellas, you know, like you had to go to other parts of this country to see real blackfella culture. But best be known, our people, our sovereignty is still intact, our languages are reviving, our cultures are revitalising, and our babies are stronger than what every single generation in 200 plus years are today. And thank you very much to all of our mob. That's the front line, that's the education, that's the sovereignty that white Australia continues to deny. That's us, and we ain't going nowhere. We're going to get started with, make sure all you blackfellas, if you want to come down and get a smoking ceremony, please do so. We're going to start with the brothers with a dance here this morning, if you're ready to go. Can we get the marshals over there? Please come down, make your way down to the front. Make sure that there's a circle at the front here. Make sure that the blackfellas are at the front, allies to the back.
Our dancers are going to perform Mild Dingo, and give them a round of applause, please. Let's go, Gadigal!
Put your hands together one last time for the brothers this morning. Before I hand over to Uncle Dave, I'll just say one last thing. I'd like to extend my respect and solidarity to the international Indigenous plight at this point in time and acknowledge all of our Palestinian brothers and sisters here today. I also extend that respect and solidarity to our Maori brothers and sisters. At this point in time, their sovereignty is under attack by once again a right-wing agenda to eradicate the First Peoples of that land. Our plight is one. Let us stand together, let us come together in unity and love and respect for all. Manago. I'm going to hand it over to, and if you don't know this fella, he's my deadly uncle, Uncle Dave Bell, Wiradjuri elder, proud, strong leader, and has been on the front line down here in Sydney for the last decade plus. Thank you, Uncle Dave.
Thanks, Linda. Also, I want to pay my respects to our fallen, our ancestors that have, fought the plight before 1967, the referendum. Our fighters are out there. William Cooper, Jack Patton, Sir Doug Nicholls. These fellas, just imagine, before 1967, we weren't even known as Aboriginal people in our own country. Shame! Want to pay our respects to the Aboriginal 10 Embassy, the four men, Tony Curry, Bernie Williams, Michael Anderson, Billy Craigie, legends. Pay our respects to our warriors in the frontier wars, Pemaway, Wingradine, Auntie Amanda Hall there standing there. She's leading for her grandfather, Harry Hall, who was with Charles Perkins in Moree. Our kids couldn't even use the pools, and we're still segregated in 2025. I want to pay my respects to Mum Shirl, Jenny Munro, Isabel Coe, Kathy Riley, Bo Hickey, Kay Hookie, Annie Ding, Annie Deb, that fought for Redfern, the 10 Embassy, against this gentrification. I come from the block. I bled from the block. I'm a block boy. Uncle Tom Smith there, my uncle there. I love you, Uncle Tom. Love yous. 1988, right? This is where we mobiled all of our people from Australia to come to Sydney. And didn't we put on a show? So I want to pay my respect to the people that organised that. Gary Foley, Robert Thorpe, Tiger Bales, Solly Blair, Wayne Wharton, Cecil Patton, and my great uncle, William Russell. So from the river to the sea, this is where we come from, our boundaries, right? From the country to the sea. Over the back here, before colonisation, all of our people used the rivers. The rivers, we put our song lines, our handprints and our footprints into this land, and we pay respects to the nations of the New South Wales. So if you hear your tribe, loud and proud, people. Everyone, Bunjalung! Yell it out, Bunjalung! Louder! Kambengi! Tangati! The Biripi! The Awabiko! Louder! The Warramai! The Wonnarua! The Darkinjung! The 29 clans of the Eora Nation, the Gadigal, the Bidjigal, the Wongal, the Gamaringal, Parramatta. We pay our respects to Durrick, Gumungara, Darwell, louder. We pay our respects to the South, which is the Waddy Waddy, the Wundian, the Jerrinja, the Yuan. We pay our respects to the West, which is the Ngunnawal, the Ngambria, the Wiadri, the Kamilaroi, the Barkindji, and as far as Waywin, Yorta, always was, always will be Aboriginal land.
Thank you, Uncle, for that. That was some beautiful words. Couldn't have said it better. But now, to get on to program, we'd like to introduce another speaker, another legacy. Sorry about that. Let me rewind 2 seconds, guys. My name is Kayana Hickey. I'm a third-generation legacy child. I'm the grandchild of Isabel Coe, Billy Craigie, and Virginia Hickey. Now, this is my cousin. She's also helping me with our emceeing today. Her name's Keisha Williams. She is also the grandchild of Billy Craigie and Isabel Coe. Now, I just want to say thank you to every single person here today who has taken the time to come out and support us. But as a legacy child, third generation, we always have to remember to give back to the people who started it for us. And for our first speaker, we've got Keisha's father and my uncle, Willie Coe. And Yina Thompson.
Willie and Yina, where are you?
Hey, how's everybody going? Deadly. So yeah, my name's Willie Bunda, Coe, Craigie. My father was Billy Craigie. He was one of the 4 men who put the embassy together. My mother was Isabel Coe. She was very active in helping put the embassy together as well. So I've been around all this type of stuff for the since I was born. I can actually remember in the '88 March, I mean, I was only little then, but I can still remember walking. Yeah, so I'm just here today just to pass on my knowledge and making sure that these younger generation are coming through. It looks like they're doing a good job. Looks like they're strong. Looks like they're proud. Yeah, just for all the fallen warriors and soldiers and matriarchs that have been around, we'd just like to say we still love them and miss them. And also I'd like to mention to someone else that's still alive but hasn't been mentioned yet, and I feel that he needs to be mentioned, Paul Coe. He was another person that was very active in the fight and the struggles, and I mean, in our days he's not really active no more, but he was very active in them times too, so yeah, just one for him as well. But yeah, just pass on my knowledge is what I'm here for today, and yeah, everybody stay black, stay proud, and for all the other people that are following us, thank you too.
Thank you, Uncle Willow. I know you didn't want to come up here. Anyways, so we've got, sorry about that, we've got another person coming up, very wonderful lady, and she's going to talk to us about her brother. Sorry about that. Her name is Monica Kelly, so we'd like to call her up on stage now.
For those who don't know me, my name's Monica Kelly. It's my niece, Tanya. We're proud Dungari Gambanga women from the Mid-North Coast. Living on Gadigal land for the past 20 years. I'm here today just to have a talk about the Lewis Buddy Kelly case, my brother. 41 years ago, found deceased on train tracks in Kempsey in northern New South Wales. To date, we are still lobbying as a family with the government and with the coroner. The file was sitting in the coroner's desk for the last 3 years. The end of last year, we lobbied at the coroner's office, and to date, I've only got an email from them with no updates. It has taken my family 41 years, and since 2014, we have been very active. To date, we will still continue to fight for justice for my family. We will not give up. 41 years is a long time with no justice. For support, you can follow the Aboriginal 10 Embassy.
Follow Aboriginal 10 Embassy or Mob Grassroots Raise for updates.
We did have a Facebook page called Justice for Buddy, which is about to be launched again. So yeah, that's pretty much what we just wanted to have a chat about today. I'm calling on the government to give us updates in regards to where the case is at the moment. I'm understanding that it is with the Crown Solicitor's Office, but still we haven't had any updates since the end of last year. Yeah, so and I'm calling on a reward for this case as well. It's a cold case, and I'm looking for a reward for our family in terms of information. Thank you.
So our next speaker will be Jessica Brown. If she would be able to come to the stage, please.
Is Jessica here yet from the Pat Dioday family? If she's not here, we'll just wait and just go on to the next one. She's due. We also going to be. She's going to be speaking about her father, Pat Dioday, who's been missing for over 3 years. But she's just running a bit late, so we'll pass it on over to the next speaker.
Okay. Hi everyone. Although you already know this, my name is Kayana Virginia Hikiko. I'm a proud Wiradjuri Gomeroi woman, and I stand here today. I stand here today on the same soil my family has stood for over 25 years now, using my voice, not just for me, but for our once beautiful land, continuously poisoned and extorted by Adani and all the other greedy old white fellas. For our young men and their families that never got to see justice after being murdered in a jail cell. For the thousands of men, women and children in the Middle East who don't have the ability to speak. For all the people asking the same damn thing to the Australian government. What is wrong with you all? It's just another day for the mighty politicians, as children are born into loving families with endless potential don't get to see another day. How is that okay, Australia? Is it okay because our ancestors got the same treatment? Is it okay because they say there's a ceasefire? But why are people still being gunned down in the street for so much as walking down it? The genocide that is so deeply rooted within our country makes it all okay? To that I say, hell no! All of our people, consistently, time and time again, we are criminalised, turned against, segregated and stereotyped, all within the confines of our own home. And the reason? Because the white man wanted to pass a new law that just so happens to poison Mother Earth again. My grandparents, the entire reason I stand here and march today, came from nothing. Tin humpies, dirt floors. One of my grandmothers couldn't even read. Thank you, sorry. For 237 years, they have stripped us of our culture, our colour, our connections, our education, and our rights to be humans. How many more generations have to stand here till you listen to us? Because once again, folks, sovereignty was never ceded. Will it be when I have children? When my children have children? You tell us, Australia. We're in some scary times. We've got racists hiding behind a sheet that claims they only want to unite Australia. Well, if they wanted to unite Australia, they would give us our sacred lands back and not try to hide us like some CEO's mistress. To Jacinta Price, who's no more than a sellout. We don't claim you and you are not our spokesperson. And to Peter Dutton and his favourite frolic of socialite boyfriends, we got your message. We will not be silent. We will stand here and march just as we did time immemorial. All I gotta say is shame. But now we're going to move on to some more speakers, some people who are bringing awareness about the deaths in custody, about our young black men. The first family that we call on is the Murray family.
Unfortunately, Kaya couldn't be here today, and it looks like my sisters aren't here as well. But as you can see down the bottom, people, Eddie Murray's case. Eddie Murray case and the day and morning of the 1838 massacre of Waterloo are the two cases Australia doesn't want to listen to. So this is a genocide. So we're just going to hold space for those. But like I said to these banners are here, I want you to do your research on that, because these are the families that started the Royal Commission of Aboriginal Deaths in Custody. And Kaya is that next generation that follows up. And she has her children, and since the day they were born, they've been marching this street. She has followed that legacy of her grandparents, and she's almost having a baby, so next year you'll see another baby there. But yeah, so do your history, learn about the Royal Commission of Aboriginal Deaths in Custody in this country.
So our next speaker will be Anilito Nadange. Should we hear the talk? Oh, sorry. So our next speaker will be Gloria. Gloria Duffin.
Well, this is my first time up here, and yeah, first of all, I'll just keep it 100 and tell it like it is. I'm a third generation of the stolen generation here in New South Wales. My name is Gloria Duffin. My grandfather was Les Franks in Kinchela, notorious Kinchela Boys Home. And my grandfather was a part of Wanneroo Nation. And just so happened to be, in the last 5 years, I find out my grandfather was stolen from the block here in Redfern, 2 a.m. in the morning. So I'm going to keep it real and tell it like it is. But I'll take my hat off to everybody who put me up here, all the organisers that's been here before me. And all I want to say is I thank everybody that always comes out here and, you know, show that they got our back. That's all we need to make positive change in this country, not just for everybody that watches our stuff, for us, the first people of this country, and for the young generation to stand up and be strong on their country, to know where they're from, because I'm just only finding the roots a part of my family to 100 in the last maybe 6 years all up. So that just shows you what sort of country you all live in here. And I'll tell my truth, and also this shirt here. This is my nephew being shot by police up in Mareeba, Queensland. Shot by police, and my nephew has still haven't even seen justice. Not even lawyers went to knock on my sister-in-law or my brother's door to this day. And then how do you expect our young youth here, the young children out, how they meant to be feeling safe out in this society when you got elders up here trying to speak and, you know, tell it on this level for everybody to be educated about, when our issues are the highest numbers in this whole world? What a shame! And everybody come here and, you know, are richer than us. How does that work? Come on. You know, come on. So all I'm saying is, you know, can you at least give back to us for not just what's happening here today on Invasion Day? Every day, when we walk, recognize our children. That's a part of stolen generation and everything else. Death in custody, out there, scared from the police, scared to leave home because of all of our issues. The so-called trauma that we carry, the intergenerational trauma that's been fed by a spoon to our children. And especially my grandfather, to teach my young sons to still stand strong here on this country where we don't even feel connected to. What a shame is that? What a shame is that? And you know, like, everybody says, oh yeah, we can help you do this, help you do that. When the numbers are going up, it don't make sense. Come on, be real. And then you look at all the elders that's been here for generations. Come on, why don't you bring the whole of Australia together, not just New South Wales? Come on. We've been here, the elders been here too long. It's about time they have people that are strong in communities to have their back too. And come and stand right here to give them strength. So all I'm asking is at least we got to make a change from today onwards. We know from when the king came here how it's going to go. All the people who's so-called educated, I'm not going to talk on that level, no way. I'm not going to change for nobody. I'm going to keep it real, keep it 100. And then we're going to keep moving and we're going to go moving in these streets and let everybody know, yeah, we here. Sovereignty never ceded here. We're all going to stand strong today. Today, all stand up from the front to the back. And around the whole of Australia. Whoa, the whole of Australia. Yeah, stand up. Sing out. Yeah. Woo. Yeah, let's go. Woo. We got to be wrapped up on these days like this. We too quiet. We ready to rumble. We ready to rumble. Yeah, let's go. Arnie been here too long. Hey, Arnie, how long you been here? Hey, too long. We don't want to talk about it. We know.
Let's hear it one more time, guys! That's how we want this energy today, alright? Alright, so the next speaker we got on the stage is our deadly Paul Silver.
Hey, mob! Holy shit. Sorry for the people at the front, but I got a big mouth. Hey, mob, my name's Paul Silver. I'm a proud Dungutty Aboriginal man from Kempsey, New South Wales, known as the colonizers' name. We stand here today proudly on Gadigal land, and I respect the elders past, present, and emerging. Today is a day that the Australian government implemented for people to celebrate the landing of the first fleet. Us attending today, speaking out, our elders, our people, know what happened 237 years ago when those boats landed on these shores. We must recognise and remember our fallen warriors, our men, our women, our children that was massacred. In this day and age, 237 years later, we are still exposed to systematic issues by this government, by this system, and by everything that comes with it. Us as First Nations people are under attack. And what do? When black lives are under attack, what do? And that's what we need to do. We are here today resisting the colony, resisting the system, and we are still alive. People say get over it. People say it happened 237 years ago. Nah, fuck you. It happened yesterday. It's happening today. It's gonna fucking happen tomorrow. Because black people, First Nations people, they're trying to extinct us. But guess what? We're here, baby, and we're not fucking going nowhere. The longest living civilization, over 65,000 years. Do you think we're going anywhere? They could fucking chuck an atomic bomb over here, and you know what? We'll still fucking rise up. Because that's what we do. We don't perish, we fucking rise. I've done a lot of activism, and I wouldn't even call it activism. I call it a nephew fighting for justice and accountability for his uncle. Mainstream media, every person in society, they may say it's activism. Us, we are families that have been traumatised by the system. We are fighting for our loved ones, we are fighting for our lands, we are fighting for the children in our next generation. I stand here today on my feet, not just for me, not just for my aunties, but for our children that are going to take this fight up against this system. They want to talk about closing the gap, abolish the government, abolish the fucking system, return the lands back to First Nations people. Always was, always will be. Can't hear you. Always was, always will be. Always was, always will be.
Alrighty, so our next speaker that we've got up is a beautiful woman. Her name is Jessica Tidy. She's going to be talking about her father in a missing persons case. So feel free to give her time and really listen to this.
Hey, it's going. Getting emotional. I can feel it. I can feel the presence. Firstly, I'd like to thank Glenda for organising this, and Tim. Yeah. The original. What? 10 Embassy. Thank you so much for help putting this together. My dad has been missing 5 years and 51 days, and still counting. The police haven't been doing a real good job at it, as I wouldn't think so, because they're not taking it very seriously. My father's name's Patrick Tidy, also known as Pat Leglise, as some of you may know him. He's very respected in our community and nationwide, because he used to be Australian champ, Golden Glove, South Sea, South Pacific champion. Now he's got dementia and he's out there somewhere missing, and I'm calling out to my people because I knew that this would be the way to find him and bring him home. Hearing on the grapevine, if you want to take a photo, post it all over Facebook, because he's out there with dementia, he's lost, he needs to come home. He's got a wife of 42 years and 3 kids and 4 grandkids. Boxer, yeah, deadly boxer. Photo. Yeah, guys. He suffers from dementia, so he's not himself. He's out there somewhere. We got leads in Pendle Hill, but the police let him go because they couldn't psych back the CCT footage. So we had a lead and then we had nothing. It's been a nightmare for all of us. But we're a tight-knit family and we've been living in this nightmare without Dad. It's been crazy. So I'm hoping that if this can all just post it on Facebook, post it everywhere, to bring Pat home. Yeah, thanks guys.
Just making sure it's working. So we've got a few more speakers, people. Our next speaker on the list is Angeline Penrith. If she could come to the stage. Angeline Penrith, are you out there? Okay, so our next speaker after that is Adrian Baragaba.
Adrian Baragaba, Wama Jagalinga, for a lot of you that know they have been fighting against Adani. Adrian and myself have been instrumental with the Brisbane Murray Action Group and the Brisbane Aboriginal Sovereign Embassy. It has been a 12-year fight against the Adani. Adrian, where are you, brother? Come on up. Also, people, you can buy t-shirts over there, love. This is how you support the movement. We are not government funded.
Yeah. Watamuli. Nangdola Mariinda. My name is Adrian Burragubba. We come from Wangan Jagalingu country. Out there with the Adani Carmichael miners. We've been fighting against that mine for the past 12 years. And we told them in the beginning that that mine shouldn't go ahead because it's going to destroy the springs. Lungabulla Springs is a sacred site, and it's water that comes from the Great Artesian Basin. Experts have tested the water, and it's dated over 500,000 years. So our culture is even older than that, because our culture here goes with the water, because we're water people. There's only two people, two Murrays, that's the water, that's the salt water and the fresh water. We're the freshwater Murrays. But the thing I want to say to people here today, we've been standing against this here. We're on the front line to fight and defend our rights, right, against human rights violations, against racism, against destruction of our country. And it's time now for this government and any progressive government to start thinking about paying restitution for all the injury and harm and the loss that they caused to our people and our ancestors. It's starting to pay up now. We don't want to be in a no constitution. We don't want them to be doling out money for things here that don't mean anything. They've got to bring our people back up here right now into middle Australia level. And then you can start saying we're equal to people. We don't want people like Peter Dutton saying, oh, everybody stop complaining, we're all together. No, we're not. We're not in the same boat as those people, right? They're under that constitution. That's their boat, and that boat's sinking. We're not in their constitution, okay? We're a part of the Crown, okay? We coexist with the Crown. All Crown lands belongs to Aboriginal people. We went on the mining lease and took that land, and the cops can't move us. And my son's still out there now fighting. He's there for 3 years, and we told the coppers too, listen, this is a land dispute between us and the Crown. You show us your deeds entitled to this land here, and you can come and kick us off the land. They can't, they won't, they're too frightened. We're taking the Queensland government to the Supreme Court for a judicial review. They're violating our human rights, and we're getting a judicial review on the Environmental Protection Act because they're destroying our sacred springs. It's the home of the Mundakara dreaming, it's the water spirit. We belong to that water. All things come from water. You come from water, you was in the womb one time, and so that's what we're all about, see? And this is what we do. We stand for everybody. We stand for the water. If you let that mining company destroy that water, it's the headwater to all the country, all the way down to Bidgera, all the way down to Cooma, all the way down to Gomeroi country, and all the way down into New South Wales. That water, we're standing on the front line and protecting that water against that extractive industry, against Adani, and that's what we do. Watamuli, it's time for them to start paying up. Pay up now. Restitution. Injury and harm and loss to our people. It's time now. Don't worry about what Dutton's saying. He's a nobody. He's not no patriot. He's not a patriot to this country. Anybody that wants to come here and rape this land and destroy this land and plunder this land for their own money and their own wealth, they're not here to protect this country. We stand here as the people who protect this country for you and for your children and for your future generations. And that's what we do. Stand with us, people. Stand with us today. Thank you very much. Buy one of my t-shirts over there. What a movie.
Alright guys, so our next speaker on the list, after, I don't know how you would be able to come back from that amazing energy, guys. But our next speaker on the list is Liam Coe, son of Paul Coe.
Hey Bob, my name's Liam Coe. I'm a Raja man from Arambi. I just wanted to speak on behalf of my father, Paul, and all the people that aren't here with us, aren't able to carry on that message. You know, we as the next generation, that's for us. We've got to pick up that torch, we've got to keep it going. This day's only been around for 30 years, 1994, same year that I was born. Yet we act like it's the most important thing in this fucking country. It's ridiculous. You know, we forget about our history. forget about country, forget about all the things that are important to us as Aboriginal people. If we want to move on, what's the importance of this day? If we keep coming here every 26 and keep saying, stop killing us, stop taking our land, stop telling us that you don't value our history, our story, and us as a fucking people. Take strength as a collective. Because each day, each year, you keep reminding us that your white pride, your nationalism is more important than us, more important than our skin, more important than our blood, more important than all the people that we keep putting in the fucking ground. We won't move forward. This country won't move forward. We're stuck living 30 fucking years ago. A John Howard government still reigns. It's ridiculous. Shameful. Shameful day. A shameful day to celebrate. A shameful day to be a part of. So I'm proud to stand here to see all these black faces, all these black, red and yellow shirts. Stand up. But not just today, every day. Don't wear this on January 26th and think you've done your job. What happens tomorrow? What happens next week? What happens next year? Have these conversations. Don't shame, put your head in the ground. Speak up. Aboriginal sovereignty has never been ceded. We don't have a treaty. We're the last place in the fucking world to get to this point. Don't forget, it's not a day to celebrate. There's no pride in genocide. Thank you.
Thank you, Liam. So our next speaker for today is Shillingsworth. Oh, Bruce Shillingsworth, sorry, my dear uncle. So be sure to make some noise. Bring it as loud as you can, please. Come on! We're about to be quiet.
Yama, everyone. I want to acknowledge the land in which we're on. I want to acknowledge my elders, both past, present, and emerging. For they hold the memories, the tradition, the culture, and the hopes for the original people of this land. I want to also acknowledge the 500 plus nations across this great continent of ours, the 250 plus language groups that lived and sustained on this environment for over 80,000 years. I want to also acknowledge my brothers and sisters that come from across the sea. I want to say welcome. Let us stand in a place of peace and harmony. That old ancient prophecy that said in the end days, all nation, tribes and tongues are going to come together. I can now see that on the horizon. We are coming together for a purpose. We are coming together for a meaning. We will come forth out of the darkness and let us be the light. We are the light of the world. We are here because of our children and our future generations. We are here for your children, my children. You know, people, there's no other planet, there's no plan B. We've got to live on this planet in harmony and peace. We've got to respect Mother Nature. We've got to respect one another. Let us look around. What is happening to our rivers? They are now polluted. Look at the air you are breathing. It is sick. Look at the food you are eating. It is toxic. Wake up. We're here now to say, wake up. It's time to get out from your slumber. Look around you. We are all got something to contribute to change. Let us bring about the change. Let us work with the grassroots people. The people that are standing here telling you about their suffering and their injustice. There is no justice where there's injustice. People, we hold the power. The power is in the people. Let us bring back. Let us bring back Mother Earth. Let us bring back the proper law of this country and let's make them accountable to their destruction. Let us unite, people. Thank you, my sisters and my brothers, for giving me this opportunity. And I want to say big encouragement to those who are standing up and the courage to stand and to be able to fight the demons. To fight this satanic world that's happening. Let us come together. Let us unite. Yama.
Next speaker I'd like to introduce is Stephen Porter, all the way from Gomeroi. Where are you, Stephen?
Yama, nye Gomeroi kolana nye. Gomeroi wala baganya. Gabagi ki niwa. Gabanyamala burla buyu marikul gila dunyua. Nye yama nina nye wala gu. Yao. Chapamarawinga, chapamarawe, yitnalinda, 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 chapamarawe, yitnalinda, yitnalinda, chapamarawinga, yitnalinda. Brrr, ah. Brrr, ah. Brrr, ah. That's for the white man. He knows what I said. He come here on our country and steal our country. He steal it and call us thieves. We thieves? I don't think so. He come here, take our country, thieve our kids, and kill our women and our men. Shame! Pay the rent! We sit around here on our missions like we got nothing. Yet we rich. We're rich with family, we're rich with culture, we're rich with land. That's all we need. White man come here and do struck, terrorise our mother, rip it up. Imagine how our old people felt when they come here and they ripped up the land. They'd have been hitting their heads with rocks, smashing their head with rocks, bringing blood out of themselves for the mother. Hey? And what are we doing? What are we doing? We're not doing nothing. We should be doing more. We come here on these days and we gather. What? Because we're black? We're black every day. It's NAIDOC Day every day. We suffer. We've been suffering for the past 230-something years. Eh? And they tell us to get over it. Get over what? Get over their murder and thieving ways. Come here and do destruction. And we've got our elders sitting here telling us what's right, and the white man telling us another law. So we're living in two laws. We've got to abide by our cultural law, and then we've got to abide by the white man law. Well, fuck the white man law now. They should be doing our law. Destruction. They ruin everything and create fucking animosity between us. We're all people. We should all come together every day. Don't use these days as what, tokenistic things to come together. Come together every day. We're at the embassy in Sydney. We got one in Moree. We got one in Melbourne. We got one in Perth. We got one in Wonga. We got one everywhere. Come to your, these are our places where we can gather and we can tell our stories and we can start pushing the government to follow us and do what we want. Come up to the embassy at Redfern, at Victoria Park. Isabel Coe Park, Auntie Iz's Park. 15 years ago, me and Gwenda. 10 years ago, me and Gwenda led the march from Redfern, and we took it to Yabban. We wasn't even going to take it to Yabban. No, it wasn't Yabban. It was Survival Day, and they changed it to Yabban. Yep. Well, there you go. Thank you very much.
Round of applause for Stephen. Next ethnic speaker, I'd like to introduce everyone to the young Ethan Lyons. Where are you, Ethan? Ethan!
My name's Ethan Lyons. I'm a proud Wiradjuri man. My mob come from Carroll, they come from Nandra. We're from the original Bamblett and Simpson families. I'm a member of the Black Caucus, and we've been working with mob here in Sydney to organise this day because the war on blackfellas continues. The war on blackfellas never stopped. The war on our children never stopped. We're seeing our children being ripped away more than they were in stolen generations these years now. We're seeing our sacred country being bombed. We're seeing it burnt, and we're seeing it stolen for the profit of big greedy corporations. And they're the same corporations that want to feed us this bullshit, tokenistic, Australia Day unity bullshit. The reality is, there is no one in this country that is going to help us. There's no one that's going to save us. Blackfellas have no masters. We serve no institutions. The people we serve are our nations. We serve our matriarchs. We serve our elders. And that's why we're out here every year demanding justice, because we have experienced injustice for over 300 years. This country loves to sell us the idea of unity. They love to sell us the idea of discourse. They love to say that this day is some debate. But the truth of the matter is, this nation was founded on genocide, point blank, period. The only reason these fellas celebrate Australia Day is because they don't want to admit the truth that they have no real culture. They have no real history. The only history they have and the only day they can celebrate is one of rape, it's one of genocide, it's one of theft, and that's why they want to say it's about unity. It's not about division. Don't divide us. You know, come out and celebrate Australia Day with us. But how can we celebrate this day when our brothers go on the street and they get shot by police? Our mothers get killed. Our children get stolen from their mothers. What's unification about any of that? And there's all this debate about change the date. There's no date to celebrate. And I say, how dare you? Which day of the year are we going to celebrate this colony? Which day of the year is enough for us to celebrate as mob? The only day that we'll celebrate as mob in this country is the day the colony burns. It's the day this colony is taken down. It's the day our mob are being killed, and that's the only day you'll see me celebrating Australia Day. And I'll call it the collapse of Australia Day. And I've seen plenty of you mob out here today, but I have one message. I know plenty of you show up on this one day, but I want to see you all 364 other days of the year. Because mob face injustice for 365 days of the year, not just today. Put your money where your mouth is. Support mob financially. Pay the rent. Give us reparations. All your tokenistic words and actions don't do much. But when you support us where we're struggling the most, funding the front lines, that's where it helps. Because we can't take this colony down unresourced. What do we want? Land back. When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? Thank you.
Okay, people, I know we're We've got a few more speakers and then we're ready to roll out. So just I'm going to introduce you to the young, beautiful Miss Janaea Warford, who's also part of our embassy crew that's been working behind the scenes. You know, like I said, we can't do this without the generosity and the support of a lot of our people that you don't see in the pretty photos, people. But I'm very appreciative and grateful for those that do support us. So Janaea Warford.
Jiggiwala my mob, yama. I'll keep it quick, and I wanted to do something different. We've heard so many stories from so many different nations today and about the loved ones that they lost, and I just want to say that today, our mob get killed in the bush in the silent night when no one can hear you. It's modern day lynching. This system has gotten smarter and harder, and mentally it is affecting you and me. This vibration, your heart, our spirit, it all goes through the land. You feel it. I feel it. But you know what? I don't ever let the system make me or break me. And I've been very successful, but I've had to work my ass off. So, I don't want to sit here and say stats. I just want to say a quick poem for you guys, just to give you a bit of an insight and a lens through my eyes. A young First Nations woman living in modern day Australia. This poem is called Today's Mona Lisa. She ain't no saint in this world, but she just wants to create change in this world. No one says, oh, I love her heart. She has such a pure heart. I love her art. She's so smart. A woman who has integrity and never showcases jealousy, yet friends have become her enemy. She ain't no saint in this world. She's over-sexualized and demonized for her opinions, but she said what she said for a reason. She speaks the truth, but they say that there ain't no treason. She ain't no sheep. Sheep jumps boundaries and leaps. She ain't no saint in this world. She ain't no Mother Teresa. Nah. She's today's Mona Lisa. That sister that is told to smile. Her photos are posted everywhere. But is she really truly seen? Never truly seen as to why she glows. Her heart. They know. That sister is a saint. A deadly titter that won't quit because she's lovely and thick. Thick skin and tough, but please don't tell me that she's rough. Nah. She's raw, she's real. She's a saint for real. Thank you.
Okay, everyone, I've got one of the deadliest speakers for you. I'd like to invite the daughter of Isabel Coe and Billy Craig out, Miss Naoka Coe. Everyone give her a round of applause. She's been keeping that fire burning since 1988. 1992, the permanent occupation of the Aboriginal 10 Embassy, and we are still here. We have taken up that fight and we will continue. Here you go, my sister, for your daddy.
Hello, everyone. It's warm enough, so I'm going to try and keep it short and sweet. My name is Naoka Coe, Craigie. I'm the daughter of Isabel Coe and the daughter of the agitator Billy Craigie. This is my legacy. This is my country. These are my people. I started a smoking ceremony this morning. It was a day of mourning to pay respect to our people on our country and the people that have passed. We not only did it here in Sydney, we linked up with Camp Sovereignty down in Melbourne, also down in Canberra at the Aboriginal 10 Embassy. When the sun first rose, we was up early this morning, smoking it up for our people, for our safety here today. I'd just like to acknowledge our young people that got up and spoke here today. I'm very, very proud and honoured to hear your words. The future generations in this country. Our legacy.
legacy. The people that are going to step up and change what's going to happen in this country. To all of these people, or haters, we are coming for everything that our people have been denied. No more. In finishing, my mother, Isabel Coe, Rajari, warrior, matriarch, agitator. When she was a little girl, she asked the old people. She was scared that we would have no Aboriginal people left in this country. And the old people told her, as long as there are stars in the sky, we will always exist. Thank you.
That's a hard act to follow by my sister Naoki Craigie. Put your hands together for this warrior. Before we hit the road, I'd like to, with our final speakers, I'd like to introduce my brother Todd Fernando and sister Naomi Maita-Moran, please, to come to the mic. Put your hands together, please.
My name is Todd Fernando, proud Rajari Kamilaroi man. This is my uncle here, Uncle Eddie. This poster was done by my dad, Kevin Fernando, who's a descendant who was at Kinchela. 2 months ago, myself, Naomi Moran and Aidan Ridgway were appointed as New South Wales Treaty Commissioners to embark on a conversation across the estate with Aboriginal people about what treaty means for them and what a framework for treaty might look like. I want to be clear that conversation is an Aboriginal-only conversation. That conversation is a conversation between us as mob, who have borne the brunt of colonisation, who bear the brunt of continued policies that affect our lives in ways that ripple out. That conversation is a conversation that is not new. Our mob have been calling for treaty since day one. It is a shame that we are the last Commonwealth country to not have a treaty with its First Nations people. It is a shame that we, as Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples, have to sit and watch our brothers overseas, our sisters overseas, continue to fight to protect for their treaties. It is shame. Our commitment with New South Wales Treaty Commission is to honour the communities that came before us, to ensure that their voices are at the heart of the treaty table, to ensure that our negotiations between our communities are centred on honouring the respect that it deserves. I'm proud to continue this work, continue the legacy that has been handed down to me by my parents and their parents and their parents. I want to introduce my city girl here, Little Miss Treaty, with her shirt on. And this is her boy, Johnny. He got his t-shirt on, Treaty for me, Treaty for you.
Jingala, jingala, everybody. Thank you so much for having us here today. I'm a proud Bundjalung and Dunghutti woman from the mighty Southwest Rocks on the mid-north coast of New South Wales and the mighty Cabbage Tree Island on Namor country. It's an absolute privilege to look around and see how many people stand here today in solidarity with our people, not because we have the answers, but because we know it's right. We know it's right to continue to stand by each other, walk with each other, following the footsteps of those that have come before us. I take this responsibility as a New South Wales Commissioner and the only female New South Wales Commissioner. A little Koori girl from the mighty community of Ballina in northern New South Wales. and a proud mother of a Jarjum who is now the legacy of the work that you have all done, but now the work that I have great responsibility to do. And I am grateful for this little human that will continue to walk in those footsteps that you have all created it for us. I am no one without those that have come before me. And the work that I have chosen to do, the responsibility that I have been given is not without those that have done it first. So I want to acknowledge our incredible warriors, our warrior men, our warrior women. I want to acknowledge the incredible matriarch, the black matriarch, the fiercest energy. And I'm so proud to be standing here today. This little boy thinks he knows it all, and he doesn't even know what's yet to come. But the greatest responsibility that I have as his mum is to make sure that he's so true in who he is and his identity that when people say that he can't, he knows that he can. Let's be reminded that treaty has always been part of the conversation. Treaty has always been in the marches. Treaty has always been in the dust and on the doorsteps of those conversations we've had around our own tables. And now it's time to take it to another level. And we're extremely proud of who we are as treaty commissioners for the state of New South Wales to make sure that your voices continue to be heard, but make sure that the voices of our old people who are still with us, those that are still with us and here today, make sure that their pain hasn't been in vain. And to quote one of our uncles who we met with recently from the survivors of the Kinchela Boys Home, my grandfather, Edward Teddy Moran, was number 40. My grandfather was number 40. He was part of those young boys that ran a gauntlet of violence, torture, having their identity taken from them. They ran a gauntlet daily in those homes. His great-grandfather and one of those uncles, when we asked him, how can we support your truth-telling? How can we support your story? And he simply said, help me to help you understand my pain. So today, we ask you, understand our pain. That is all. Thank you.
Our final speaker for today, she needs no introduction of all of the staunch work that she's done for First Nations children here in New South Wales. Please put your hands together for Nessa Turnbull Roberts.
Okay, can I just get all of our crew? Can you start picking up the banners and everything, please, and the flags? You know who you are. Can you grab them, please? All of our crew with the sovereignty. And Billy Davos, you know who you are. Come and grab the banners and the flags. We will leave with the other one that was up here, the Sovereignty Day one. Okay? And sorry, sister. Yeah, I'm going to pass it over. So for all of our crew, you want to just start grabbing this stuff, please, and taking it off the stage. Nyoka, you want to grab this here, please? Okay, people, we're going to hand it over to the beautiful Miss Nessa Turnbull Roberts.
Yeah, of course. Jingiwana, Nungali Drugan, Drugan Nungali Mob. My name is Vanessa Turnbull Roberts, and I'm a proud Bunjalung Widjibul Wibble woman. Shout out to my sister who just came up and spoke as well. I don't think we can actually underestimate the power of their positions, but her position in actually being a New South Wales Treaty Commissioner to actually say we need to come to the table and actually understand what treaty means and end the war and say what are we actually going to do to give First Nations people, and more importantly my daughter who stands here, an opportunity to thrive in her own land and place.
So I acknowledge Naomi, Sissy, all the brothers and sisters and aunties and uncles that spoke before. I honestly wasn't intending on coming up to have a yarn, but my daughter clearly wanted to. She's my beautiful Jajam. I just want to say a few things. In a couple months, we're going to go to a federal election. And just like Ethan said, black fellas are going to save ourselves. But I will say one thing. There is a war on black children. There is a war where we are forcibly removing our children at higher rates than we've ever seen before. I sat in a courtroom just last Friday. I watched an elder grandmother of Kuta come in to be with her grandson, who was also forcibly removed. How do we have a grandmother and a grandson and nothing changing in the middle? This is a concern, and our children deserve better. What I want for my kid is what you want for your kid. And the best way that we do that is through the remembering of our old ways. Our land is still here, and we are still here. My daughter is here. Her great-grandchildren will be here. So I want you to take a moment to look at these old people around you, these old trees, to remember that actually we are far more powerful when we do not separate ourselves from the ecosystems that we are standing on. That we are no separate to this beautiful land. My little nephew said something when we did a beautiful sunset ceremony dance yesterday, and I was going to get, I did, disclosure, just quick nuggets on the way home, and he said, no, you got to give that girl theatre like a temple. And then it hit me, and it's like, yeah, no, we all deserved to be lived and loved and felt like temples on our land, on our place, on our country. Want to say anything? Mama? Uh-oh. That's what she just... I'll share something with you all that's really powerful. And to all the beautiful children and Jajams that are here, my daughter's second language is actually English. I fell into that Western way of thinking, oh damn it, she's not speaking yet, what's going on? And then I realized our children are far more closer to those old people than we've ever thought. When she was little, she used to say, you okay? Uh-oh. Ooh, it's okay. You okay? Yeah. She used to say, Bangama. And I'm thinking, what is she saying? And then she'd say, Nangama in the middle of the night. And I went up to an elder from my country, and the elder said, oh, what does she say then if you're worried about her not speaking? And I said, she says Nangama, and I don't know what she's saying. And they said, oh, that means grandmother. So she's calling out to those before. You see, our children are the ones that don't deserve to continue the fight that we're fighting here today. So in the next few months, I put the challenge to everyone. I'm a bit concerned that the numbers are a little bit lower than other years, but that's what division and harm does. But if each and every single one of us here today actually goes away, speaks to a few people, shares the message, shares actually why we can't vote for someone like Dutton, pulls up that white supremacist that ran through the crowd just before, if we all pull it up and if we all call it out, then actually maybe all those children and young people, little Neff that was up there with Naomi just then, the kids here, the kids out in the back, the kids that came with their mothers, the non-Indigenous mob that showed up and said, actually, yeah, no, there's global genocides happening and we need to do something about it. There's a genocide here too. It's in private prisons, it's in child removal, it's in government prisons. And so I just ask that we take the lives of children and young people seriously, but I feel like I don't have to preach that to this space here. So thank you all for allowing me to speak today and share. I challenge everyone to go into the remembering, because it's there, it sits in your spirit, it doesn't leave. It's actually one thing we'll remember fast and quick. Let's march these streets, let's scream, let's stand together and make sure that our children know that they always